Hello, my fellow Night Stalkers. My farts in the wind. Have you ever sold 6 million copies of anything? NFTs don't count. Get that garbage away from me. Today we're talking about Splinter Cell. The first game sold as many copies as Halo 1, and it didn't even have a loot box in it. What a bunch of idiots. The series had a lot of ups and downs, and it was literally the face of the stealth genre. Next to Snake, of course. But now it's seemingly gone forever, or in development HELL double hockey sticks. It's been a tough road. Cancelled games, a cancelled movie with Tom Hardy as the lead, the main voice actor being passed over twice, an entire decade has passed since the last game, and now a Netflix anime series, of all things? What happened to Splinter Cell? And also, what happened to stealth games? Let's start with a few answers. The reason Splinter Cell and stealth games aren't around is that they're slow by nature, and our TikTok, iPad baby goo brains would get bored playing them now. For older players, there's a kind of comfort and silent thrill that comes from sneaking through a level completely undetected. It's kinda like sneaking back home after a party in high school without your parents finding out, or cheating on a test and getting away with it. But newer fans might not have the patience for that. Stealth games can also be harder to produce since more time is put into each level. They're all custom made, and there has to be multiple paths for every playthrough, every playstyle. You can't just slap a level together like a 3-lane Call of Duty map, which means more hours for less results. Also, stealth is usually single player, and most game companies don't even try co-op anymore, which means they would need a special kind of multiplayer mode for this kind of game. And if they make something unique, people might not like it. At least that's what they think. And the biggest reason is sales. The last Splinter Cell that came out over a decade ago sold way less than the one before it. And there's a lot of good reasons for that, but these quadruple A game companies don't want to settle for less money. Are you crazy? Think of the shareholders! But irregardless of all that, if you recognize these 3 green dots, then please put in your dentures, grab some Tylenol. It's okay, you probably already have autism. And let's go for a ride. Now, when I was a kid, I remember going on a school field trip to an ice skating rink, and there's a couple things that I remember from that trip. The cold, refreshing bite of Mountain Dew, and this ad poster. This ad has been burned into my prefrontal cortex. It was simply the coolest shit I have ever seen. So this is what my 6-year-old brain saw, and this was the game. Oh baby, look at those graphics. Isn't she beautiful? This is Sam, by the way. Everybody say hi, Sam.
Hi, Sam.
Sam Fisher is the grizzled old vet that's been doing this job longer than you've been alive. If you don't know stealth, that's okay, because Sam does. He is the big daddy, and he is going to kiss the boo-boo. He's seen everything. He's got no time to prowl the single moms at Zumba. He's married to the job. Splinter Cell 1 came out in 2002, and it sold 6 million copies. This was the beginning of a brand new series, the latest emperor in the Tom Clancy dynasty of dominance. There was Ghost Recon, Rainbow Six, and Splinter Cell. For realistic military combat, this was the place to be. Call of Duty wasn't even out yet. It was just a wiggling spermatozoon. But if you play it today, Splinter Cell 1 is pretty clunky. It kind of feels like a car that hasn't had its oil changed since 2001. See, in my opinion, the weakest part of Splinter Cell is the story, but that's kind of how all of them are. Most of the dialogue kind of goes like this. Fisher, a man with a Middle Eastern name is going to blow up New York City in 5 minutes. Fly to Hong Kong and hack his computer. We're going to use it to mine Bitcoin. So Splinter Cell 1 came out and did great, 6 million copies. Then Splinter Cell 2 came out in 2004. But 2005 was when things got good. Really good. Splinter Cell Chaos Theory hit the streets like crack, and all us 13-year-old kids were shooting up like it was pumped up kicks. You had new movement options, new tools to use, better graphics, more stealthy gadgets, interesting locales all around the world. You go to Japan, New York, Panama, you rob a freaking bank and sneak into a nuclear missile bunker to stop World War III. There's an entirely separate co-op campaign. There's a unique, one-of-a-kind multiplayer mode that people still play to this day. You can get a shotgun, a sniper rifle. The enemy NPCs are more dynamic, they respond to things more realistically, and some of them talk in really cartoonishly thick accents. And Splinter Cell Chaos Theory even came with a movie trailer, the Splinter Cell movie. Take a look.
You've entered his world.
You've played the games, but you won't know the whole story. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell, the movie. Coming soon, only to theaters.
So this trailer was included with Splinter Cell in 2005. Hell yeah, hell yeah. And then we didn't hear anything for 7 years until 2012 when Tom Hardy said he would be in the movie. Hell yeah, hell yeah. And then we didn't hear anything until 2015, 10 years after the trailer. And Tom Hardy said they would be shooting in 2016, 2017. Hell yeah, all right. And then in 2024, 19 years after the trailer came out, they said the movie was canceled. All right. Apparently they couldn't get the script or the budget right, which probably means that Tom Hardy was too expensive for them. Tom Hardy would have been good, but I don't think he could match the original voice actor, Michael Ironside. This is Michael Ironside. Everybody say hi, Ironside.
Hi, Ironside.
Ironside was the voice actor for Sam Fisher, and he did a fantastic job through the games. He gave him a deep gravel, this solid confidence, and this dry humor that made him so fun and interesting to play as.
Maria Narcissa.
You're not trying to set me up on another blind date, I hope.
The Maria Narcissa is a boat.
So was the last girl you set me up with.
How many video games have you played where you play as an old man character who's seen everything? Even for the time, that was unique, and it's still unique now. So Ironside was the voice actor for the first 5 games, 6 if you count the PSP one, Second Class Citizen, but whatever. But Ubisoft let him go for their latest entry, Splinter Cell Blacklist. And when I say latest, I mean 13 years ago. They did this because they were using new motion capture tech, and they wanted the voice actor to also do the motion capture for the character, so Ironside couldn't do it. He was already like 70 at that point. And also he was battling cancer, which is terrible. No hate to the new voice actor, obviously, he was doing his job, and also it is a huge pain to do motion capture, especially for a game like this. So here's the timeline. Splinter Cell 1 comes out in 2002, then the second one 2004, then the crack epidemic starts, and then we get Double Agent, which was okay. It was made like Chaos Theory and you got to shoot your boss, so that was cool. And then there's Splinter Cell Conviction, which is the last one that Ironside worked on. That was 16 years ago. So Conviction sold 5 million copies when it came out. And Splinter Cell Blacklist, with the new voice actor, sold 2 million copies. Oof. I mean, 2 million is still a lot, but for a AAA game company, that's a big no-no. In 2020, there was another game announced, Splinter Cell Omega Protocol. Yeah, that's a ChatGPT-ass name, but get this, it's gonna be in VR, virtual reality. That's great, I don't even like real reality. Oh yeah, baby, shooting bad guys in 4K ultra-wide HD widescreen 720-degree view. Could you imagine putting on the VR goggles and then you hear the and then you got your silenced pistol that you're actually aiming like sneaking through the vent? It was canceled in 2022. Sorry, Splinter Cell machine broke. No can do. Tell me if this sounds good. Splinter Cell Death Watch. That's a pretty good name. The animation looks pretty good, kind of Invincible style, 2D, always great. But wait, since it's 2D, there's no motion capture this time, so they could use Ironside, right? For the voice? Wouldn't it be great for OG fans and new fans to hear that iconic voice one more time? You've got the nuclear option. Launch the Doomsday device. Game over. You already know what I'm gonna say. Liev Schreiber. Remember him from the Wolverine movie with the sharp fingernails? Yeah, he's the voice. And also, some people don't like the show apparently, but when have gamers ever liked anything? I haven't seen it, so I don't know. Maybe Ironside is still struggling with cancer and that's why they had to go with the Schreibmeister. Who knows? I hope he's okay. But it just seems like an easy opportunity to get another dub. But get this, apparently they're planning another game, a reboot of the entire series, starting from scratch, a blank slate, once more from the top with gusto. We're gonna return to our roots, bring glory to the Splinter Cell name. You know, I really think this is an uphill battle. The truth is, the old days of stealth are gone, and they're probably not coming back. Splinter Cell is just one of those cool series that doesn't really have a place anymore. The landscape has shifted over the 20 years of the game, and the company that owns the IP would rather use it for shows or little cameos than for making something new. I think Splinter Cell is too small for its britches now. not really for the size of Splinter Cell, but more so the largeness of the britches. Sam was a niche old dog from the start, and Ubisoft wants every game to go Insano style with 5 million copies like the old days. But the style of the game just isn't congruent to that anymore. This new game was announced forever ago, and there haven't been any updates. Some people are saying maybe this year now, 2026, who knows? But I'm sure whatever the devs are working on will be fresh and new and great and made with blood, sweat, and tears, and I will probably play it when it goes on sale. And it just might scratch that dull, burning itch that we have. And if it doesn't, that's okay. We'll always have Chaos Theory. Thank you for watching. If you like my stuff, you should check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Sriracha, link below. You should watch this video. Bye. No. He is the Big Daddy, and he is going to kiss the boo-boo.